Hey guys, it's Paul again for Test Drive PH. So for today's review guys, we have the Changan CS-15. Now at 799,000 pesos, this provides so much value. And by the end of this video, I'll let you know why this Changan CS-15 is a serious contender when it comes to value-packed small SUV. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, like and share this video. Let's get started. Alright, let's start with the exterior tour nitong Changan CS-15. Now first off, ang mapapansin nyo is it's actually pretty similar to the Changan Alsvin, which is ito, meron siyang butterfly na grill. You have your chrome accents here, and on the side, no, you have itong daytime running lights. Now, actually, yung design nito is actually reminiscent or looks very familiar sa Japanese premium brand. And then, kita nyo to may details siya na orange dito. Very sporty, nice small details. Almost all Changan vehicles have. Nga lang, wala tayong fog lights. Then, ayan, pakita ko lang sa inyo Okay guys, what do you think of the design? Now, let's move on to the side here. You have 17-inch wheels. Two-tone pa siya. And then, you have disc brakes, front and back. And one thing I have to note, no, this one I really love. Kasi kita nyo siya, meron siyang accent dito. Meron siyang garnish on the side na same color with the body. Pansin ko lang kapag mga ganitong accent, usually, yung mga ganitong accessories, actually, this is separate from what you buy. One of my favorites, no, is itong ground clearance niya. Ang ground clearance nito is actually at 190 millimeters. That is actually taller than some even more expensive na SUVs. The nice thing about the Changan CS-15 is talagang almost fully loaded na siya. Fully accessorized na siya. Now, again, ito, door handles niya is body colored. Unlike yung ibang ganitong presyo is black yun usually. And then, you have this big side mirror. And then, you have your repeaters, of course. On top, you have a silver colored na roof rail. So, pakita ko lang sa inyo how big the door opens. Almost 90 degrees. Almost lang. Pero still pretty wide. Even for me, for a big guy like me. But anyway, we'll move on to the interior later on. Dito muna tayo sa likod. Okay? So, dito sa rear ng Changan CS-15, meron siyang blacked out na this is the part of nitong rear ng Changan. I'm okay with it. I'm not exactly in love with that blacked out part nitong rear ng Changan CS-15. Kompleto to guys sa rear parking sensors. Dito yung camera niya. And another sensor there. This is the CS-15 badge. Then when we look at the practicality dito sa Changan CS-15, now dinala namin to sa family trip and puno-puno kami ng gamit and sakto naman for 5 or 4 set of family members sa car. And then underneath here, you have your donut spare tire. And then dito sa side, you have a pocket, which is very practical. You even have a hook here that you can use if you're gonna place, for example, plastic bags. That's very useful. Siyempre yung pocket na yun, that's both sides na. You have a cover nitong tonneau cover mo for your luggage, to hide your luggage. And then on top, you have your rear taillight And then you have a shark's fin antenna there. And for this car pa, meron pa siyang rear wiper. Sa ibang kotse actually, tinatanggal nila yan to save money. But for the Changan CS-15, meron ka ng rear wiper. So, for me no, when it comes to looks nitong Changan CS-15, pogi siya. And the thing with this Changan CS-15, no, wala ka nang bibilin. Kasi okay naman yung mugs mo, may mga accessories ka everywhere. And actually, well, it's a really good looking small SUV.
Other available colors for the Changan CS-15 are red, blue, white. I love the gray and black as well. The Changan CS-15 doesn't skip on safety with complete airbags for the driver and passenger. It has a tire pressure monitoring system, hill hold control, ABS with electronic brake distribution. Engine-wise, the CS-15 is powered by a 1.5 gasoline engine with 105 horsepower and 145 newton meters of torque. This is of course mated with a 5-speed dual clutch transmission. It's pretty frugal as well, with us averaging around 10 kilometers per liter with a mix of heavy traffic with some short trips along the highway.
Alright, let's check naman dito sa passenger side ng Changan CS-15. Kita nyo naman, wala na akong problema. Pagsakay and going into the car, closing the door, it's very solid. Now, room-wise, so I'm 5'6", almost isang dangkal dito sa likod. Yung leg room is pretty good. The nice thing about Changan is hindi sila nag-skimp when it comes sa leather. So this is again fully leather, hindi siya fabric. Also, my daughter noted na she likes it here kasi yung headrest is actually very comfy. Yung headrest mo is for 3 passengers na rin. Yung nga lang, wala kang center armrest, but you don't really expect that for under 1 million car. And then wala ka ring air vents and wala ka ring USB port. This has 4 speakers. And then, even itong door handle niya is actually chrome colored na rin. You have power windows. And then, itong size naman ng mga cup holders sa side is actually pretty big and even shaped for really big coolers. So, sitting here sa front driver's side ng Changan CS-15, you have a fair amount of leather. Meron din mga plastic parts like, of course, itong dashboard. And then, dito sa front console mo, meron ka din mga plastic. We also have a 5-speed dual clutch transmission, which I'll tell you later about the driving characteristic nitong Changan CS-15. Happily, meron din siyang manual handbrake. You have your 2 cup holders. One of the things that I want to note with the Changan CS-15 is yung AC. Ang lamig niya for a small car and for this price. Even though wala ka nga lang air vent sa likod, pwedeng-pwede na siya. Kayang-kaya niya na palamigin yung buong sasakyan. And to think na itong sasakyan pa, itong demo unit nito is wala tong tint. So kapag nilagay mo pa to ng tint, lalo siyang lalamig. And meron ka pang sunroof, which actually helps to make the car feel bigger. So tara, let me give you a more detailed point of view look nitong instrument panel. Alright, dito na tayo sa point of view tour nitong interior ng Changan CS-15. Now, starting dito sa steering wheel, you have a nicely leathered steering wheel here. It's actually pretty big that you would expect for this size of car. And then, yung feel naman dito sa buttons, well, they're pretty plastic, but they feel not too bad. Okay naman na. And for this steering wheel, meron kang piano black accents dito. And then, this is your trip controls. This is for controlling, like, example, yung dito sa instrument panel. It's a full digital instrument panel, by the way. One of the things that I would note is itong Changan CS-15 is wala siyang push start button. We have the traditional key. Some people like it, some people don't. Ako, I kind of prefer yung may push start button na, pero I guess that's one way for them to save a bit of money. And then you have dito sa driver side, you have auto down. Wala nga lang auto up, pero that's fine. And then of course all power windows na siya. You have your central locking there. And then if we go into here, this is your so power windows kasi siya, so you have this. And then yung headlights na, you can manually adjust it here. So of course you have traction control there. You have a pocket here where you can place your cards. And then even dito sa meron ka na din accent nitong Changan logo. So right dito naman tayo sa instrument panel nitong Changan CS-15. Now it's full digital. So you have, of course, you have your indicators. Like for example, dito sa center, you have your speedometer. You have your gear shift or your gear indicator. You have a clock there. You have your external temperature. You have your RPM. Of course, your fuel gauge, temperature gauge. You have your distance to empty. I think that's what that is. And then maliwanag naman siya. And although it could use a little bit of brightness kapag medyo maliwanag sa labas. And then dito naman sa side is we have a 7-inch touchscreen. The thing here lang is this doesn't have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. This only has cell phone mirroring. And then if we check yung quality nitong rear view camera, well, it's not the sharpest, pero I've seen even sa mga Japanese brand na it's been typically like this. It's not the sharpest out there, pero you know, it does the job. You have a decently sized pocket here where you put your phone. You have one USB port there. You have a 12-volt socket. By the way guys, isa lang yung USB for the whole car. That's a bit of a bummer. At the very least for the dashboard here. This is actually leather and then may stitching pa siya doon. Alright, so we're here at the driving section of my review of the Changan CS-15. So right now, I just finished fetching my son in school. And first thing is actually, well, as you know, dapat pagkatapos ng school, no, matraffic. Tapos mahirap mag-park. But for this car, kasi ang liit niya, I mean, it's compact. I wouldn't say small. It's very easy to park. So that's a huge difference, no, kapag example, kapag ibang SUVs, no, so it makes it a lot easier to park and maneuver. Again, sa parking lot, or you're just fetching your kids. And then let's talk about naman yung practicality niya. So, okay naman. You know, it's a fairly compact car. I just wish na I could have fold down the seats, you know, flatter. So, medyo bulgy siya, so hindi completely flat. So, that's sayang. Medyo sayang yung part na yun. And then, in terms of the ride quality naman, well, medyo it would have been better if it had bigger, you know, fatter tires, I think. Parang yung ride would be a little bit better. Not that it's bad, it's just that it could be better if it had, you know, I suppose just better tires. Of course, at this price, mapapansin mo for sure yung, mararamdaman mo yung road imperfections for sure for this price. Another is yung performance ng engine. It's really good. I think for the price, I mean, no, not even for the price. It's just for this small size of a car. It's really fun to drive, and that's what I was super impressed and super surprised about, is how fun to drive is the CS-15. So there you have it, guys. That's my review of the Changan CS-15. Now, obvious naman, I kind of like this car, especially at 799,000 pesos. At that price, you have a nice looking small SUV that has excellent ground clearance. It's super fun to drive, and it's practical enough for a small SUV. So, thank you so much again sa Changan Philippines for providing this car. I'll be leaving their contact details down below. Meron nga pala silang all-new dealership dito sa Pasig. I suggest that you visit them if you're interested in test driving this Changan CS-15. My name is Paul. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.